Let's welcome Al Ross. Al is with Al Ross Luxury Homes. He's the founder of the company, a visionary, and so much more. Al, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, Al, it's been a while since you came on one of the first shows here at KPRC, and you're always looking at things. You're here in Houston, a luxury brand, but you're always looking at businesses and things like that. But first of all, let's tell people about Al Ross Luxury Homes in case they're listening from afar or they don't know about it.
Well, we're a company located here in Houston. We were founded back in 2012. Our main goal when we started the operation was to build amazing luxury, one-of-a-kind, what we call the custom spec homes that someone can come in without, purchase a home from us that is a custom made, so they don't have to go through the whole process of building a home from scratch. The whole idea came from the process that I went through few years before that, where we were building my own dream home and realized how difficult it is, and I was faced with the idea of possibly doing a new business because I sold my previous company, and I came up with the idea. I said, what better way to come in and build a house where a homeowner doesn't have to go through the whole process, and so that's how we started. We started with the idea of building amazing homes. And to this date, we have built 17 homes right here in Houston. And currently today, the demand is so high for our services. For a long time, we were staying away from doing actual custom homes for actual end users. But the last few years, we've had so many requests that we've actually caved in a few years ago and started building custom homes as well. And currently, we have 7 projects that we're working on in River Oaks, Bunker Hill, and Piney Point and close in Memorial area.
And I want to go back to the word amazing because I've been in quite a few of your homes just visiting, by the way. I'd like to live in one someday. However, I've been to the homes. They are amazing. Each one's different, and it's fascinating as far as that people get to live in such beautiful, they're not just homes, they're works of art, actually. Right. Give us an idea as far as the ideas, where you get the ideas as far as the amenities, and from 2012 till now, how maybe that's evolved as far as what people are looking for in the homes.
Well, basically, we pay a lot of attention to the market, to what people are wanting, to what kind of conversations going on in the social media about their desires and searches that we see out there. But one of the areas that I get a lot of feedback is whenever I have a house for sale and there's showing going on, I always like to come to those showings. I always like to come to the open houses and sort of listen to the chatter that's going on in the background to understand what people's needs are. And also we go back to our previous homeowners a year, 2 years after they are in the home. We go back and ask them, how do we do it? Did we hit it? What are the things that you love or the things you would have loved to see in the house? And that's how we get a lot of ideas. Also, I travel a lot in California and Florida because those are the 2 areas, Miami areas, 2 areas that we see a lot of trends that are being set. And so we get a lot of ideas from touring those homes. And as I travel more and more to California, Southern California, Orange County area, to look at the homes that are being built, we came up with the idea that this is a great market for us to expand to. So currently, that's where we headed to, Orange County, California.
And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you get off the John Wayne, get the rental car, get on the 5, exit Crown Valley Parkway. There you are. It's an unbelievable place, even though California does have so many challenges. But as you're saying this, yes, you are very accessible. As you're describing how you listen to people, I know that you're very accessible to people. You want to hear what they think. Those that have purchased your home or thinking about it, or just people in real estate, you're accessible like that, and you're always listening, but you're also the visionary that, as you're saying, you go to the areas where the trends happen, and it is interesting, Miami and California, and all that comes together in Houston. Right. As far as, again, they're works of art. Right. It happens, right. And if someone has not seen your homes, let's tell them the website, so maybe they're listening by their computer, they could watch.
AlRossLuxuryHomes.com is our www.alrossluxuryhomes.com.
It's that simple. So as far as the homes right now, let's say someone's saying, you know what, I have a 10 or 20 million ready to go, or I don't know what's the average price of the homes right now.
Bill, you don't necessarily need 10, 20 million, but obviously if you want to build
all right, let's
build a 25,000 square foot, yes, you will need a 20 million. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to be working with a client that wants to build a 25,000 square foot home, so that it will be a 20 20 million. But the majority of our homes that we build are in the 6-7 million. We build in River Oaks, so the cost of the land by itself, in a lot of cases, especially in today's market, closer to the $4 million land acquisition. Plus, as you know, the construction cost has gone through the roof these days. And so,
right.
You could be looking at, in general, in River Oaks, for a 8 to 10,000 square foot home, you're going to be looking at, on a large size lot, you're going to be looking at probably around $8 million all in, maybe $8.5 million, depending on the finishes that you select. But those are the range of the prices. You can still build from 6 to 10 million very comfortably in River Oaks. But if you go into other areas like Memorial and Bunker Hill and Piney Point, the land cost is considerably lower. So that brings your construction costs down.
All right, well, let's just say a $7 million home in one of these areas. What's the process? I say, Al, I have the $7 million. Here you go. How long does it take? And give us an idea of the process.
Here's one of the things that we recommend to all of our potential clients is the moment you think about wanting to build a home in these range as far as River Oaks, Memorial, we always recommend, whether it's us or not, always recommend is to meet with a builder. That should be your first person that you talk to. It should be a builder, that especially if a builder that is experienced, that knows what they're doing, knows the area that you're wanting to purchase, and bring them along the process. Let them give you feedback about the property that you're looking at. We always recommend that. I would always recommend hire the builder before you hire your architect and your designers, believe it or not, because there are certain things that are related to a property that you and your architect may not know. I mean, there's a lot of people who have experience, but the way the builder looks at it, it's really important. Like recently, we went out, looked at a property, a potential buyer that was moving into Houston, and they really want us to build a house for them, and they really pushing really hard to build a house in Woodlands, and they were saying, we'll pay extra, we'll figure out whatever you need to do, build a house for us in Woodlands. And I said, okay, well, fine, let's go out to Woodlands. And we went out, looked at the property. The first thing I noticed, the land development of that property that was not developed is going to be extremely high because of the topography of the land and the way it was done. So, if they had bought that property and without consulting with a builder that is open like we are, we're very open to with our clients because we believe it's our responsibility to share what we see about the property, and they would have spent at least $500,000-$600,000 in additional expenses to get that site ready so they can even develop it.
As far as now, that's in Houston. But real quickly, the process. How long does it take? Let's say we get onto that $7 million home.
So right now, what you're looking at, once you hire your builder and you find a property and you close on your property, you're looking at probably, depending on which architectural firm you pick. Now, we can also provide you with design build. So we can provide you the entire process of designing a home and building a house for you all the way to the finish line.
Like.
To the point of even we have a client that is going to just move in with their toothbrush, honestly. We have one right now.
There you go. That's how I want to go.
So you're looking at probably about 18 months, 24 months, depending on your personality and how well you make decisions. If the husband and wife can just make decisions quickly, and they're commonly are able to make decisions quickly, 18 to 24 months is a process.
There you go. So 4 or 5 more radio shows. I will be seeing you with my $7 million, and we'll go from there. I'll have my toothbrush ready in a couple months. In the meantime, we know that you do so much in Houston, but you're expanding. You're not only getting ideas from California, you're doing some business there. And we've said it a million times on the show. People are coming from California to Texas to Austin to Houston. We say that all the time. But while they are arriving here daily, you're also doing some work on going the other way, like in Orange County, right?
Yeah, Bill, believe it or not, we're seeing a movement, where Orange County, Southern California, it's sort of becoming the next Aspen for the Houstonian. As you know, there's a lot of Houstonians have properties in Aspen, like to spend a lot of time in that nice weather. Orange County offers similar types of the weather and beautiful views, and we're seeing a lot of people from Houston moving. They're not moving permanently. They're not giving up their residency, or they're not moving permanently. So we've actually finished one spec home recently, and we're about to start on our second spec home building And so I think where we're going to do a lot of concentration in Orange County is in that division is going to focus on building custom specs
the price point in Orange County would be give us an idea.
You're looking at probably anywhere from starting of, depending on the location and size of the property, minimum of probably in a $7-8 million and up is the prices. We're probably closer, depending on how close you are to the water, the closer you are and what kind of views you have, because it's all about the views out there. And if you have a beautiful view of the ocean and close to the ocean, you're probably looking at $10 million.
There you go.
By the time you finish it.
And the other great thing about that being a second home, you could still be here in Houston with no state income tax and have the advantages versus the other way around.
That's what we see around here.
There you go. As I said, you're a visionary. That is so awesome. Now, and of course, you have a home out there in Dana Point, right?
Correct.
You know, one of my favorite spots.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, you're very successful, but that didn't happen by accident. I'll tell the story. It's on your website. It's no secret. You came to this country at age 13 with your brother. Your parents wanted you to have a better life.
That is correct.
And in the 20s, you had $200 in your pocket and you started your first business.
That is correct.
You've worked hard. You worked at the McDonald's. Not even in the front flipping you were flipping the hamburgers. You weren't even
washing dishes.
Exactly. So you have a work ethic, but you're also excited about business. I'm always admire your success, but it doesn't happen by accident.
Bill, it's interesting. This coming Friday, September 17, is going to be 45 years ago since I came to this country when I was just barely 13 years old. And, this is a land of opportunity. This is a great country to be in. And I've been very fortunate to have some really great people around me that help me and coach me and mentor with me. But it's all about focus and dedication, and you got to be passionate about what you do. And I'm a firm believer that it doesn't matter what you want to accomplish, as long as you love it, you're passionate about it, you're dedicated, focused. There's no doubt in my mind you'll be very successful. And that's really the basic game plan that I've had from day one. Just really do what you just love doing. And right now I absolutely love building homes. I mean, I don't say I say love, because that's such a passionate word, and I think it's important that you got to love what you do and to be able to be at the best of it.
And you've also had the ability, as far as having the right team with you. You've had the ability to have the right people with you for quite a bit of time. You're able to see in individuals how they're going to be successful and how they're a fit for your team.
Bill, one of the strategy I've always tried to do is surround myself with really high caliber people and great people, and I'm very fortunate. I've had that for many years, and currently today I have a great team. And what we try to focus on and find people that their strength and weaknesses matches with me, because I have certain weakness, I have certain strength, and try to match that up. But it's imperative for to be successful to surround yourself with some great people, and I'm very fortunate, proud to have the team that I have today, and we could not have accomplished where we are today with the great team that I have right now in my organization. And
before we close this segment, Al, what else would you like people to know?
Well, we live in a great city in Houston, Texas. If you want to build a beautiful custom home and you want it to be trouble-free and you want somebody to really use their experiences in these last 10 years or so, and feel free to call me directly at 713-306-9154. I'll be happy to help you. I'll be happy to guide you. Even if you would prefer to use somebody else, I still would be very happy to help you and give you some guidance in the process of custom home building.
The phone number again is?
713-306-9154.
And by the way, how are the dogs?
They're doing great.
I remember that picture that you were in the California home with the dogs. They liked it too.
Oh, yeah. They love it. They love going out there.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Ross Luxury Homes, and that's alrossluxuryhomes.com.
That is correct.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Bill.